Hi, I'm SKR Studios, and today I will be ranking every 21 Pilots track number. What does this mean? Basically, I'm going to take every track 1 into account, every track 2, so on and so forth, and rank how good each track number is with all the albums. So, if you don't get it now, you'll get it as I go along. I'm going to do 15 spots because there's a maximum of 14 tracks on the longest 21 Pilots albums, but there are also singles, which I'm counting as tracks, such as Heathens, The Line, stuff like that. Nothing that was on a 21 Pilots album that was a promo single. So without further ado, let's get into this with our bottom spot, number 15. Number 15 goes to track 8s. Nothing is inherently wrong with track 8s, but a lot of the time could be filler. Track 8's kind of in the middle of these albums or starting to round out the end. And let's just go along. Oh Miss Believer, I give a C. Kitchen Sink, a D. The Run and Go, a D. Doubt, a D. The Hype, an S. Formidable, a C. And Lavish, I give an A. So overall, not looking too good. The only ones I really go back to and listen to a lot in terms of track 8s are The Hype and Lavish. Formidable and Oh Miss Believer, I like them. I'll listen to them in the album themselves. But Kitchen Sink, The Run and Go, and Doubt usually skips for me. So track 8s land in last place. 14th place, I have track 13s. Less options here because not every 21 Pilots album has this many tracks. Vessel and Scaled and Icy don't have up to 13 tracks. So here I got Before You Start Your Day at a B. This song means a lot to me. Be Concerned, I think, is an F tier song. I would never listen to this. I skip it every single time. Same with Not Today. I think Not Today is in the bottom 5 worst 21 Pilots songs of all time. Legend, I give an S. It's one of my favorite 21 Pilots songs. And Paladin Straight, I give an A. So it's kind of a mixed bag here. You got some of the best. You got, Before You Start Your Day, which I like, but it's not incredible. And then you got some of the worst of the worst. So this kind of just landed here because there's really good songs and really bad songs. So it kind of just, evens out. In 13th place, I have track 14s. There's only 4 track 14s as of Breach. So Isle of Flightless Birds, I give a B. Clear, I give a C. Goner, I give an F. Leave the City, I give an S. Pretty much same thing going on here. We have some of the best of the best, some of the worst of the worst, and just some pretty mid-tier songs. No true, no one's going to say track 14s are the best track numbers of a 21 Pilots album, discography, breakdown, whatever you want to say. So overall, kind of a mixed bag once again. 12th place, I have the singles. I'm actually surprised that the singles are this low. There's some really good ones. There's some I don't like. Heathens, I give a C. Level of Concern, a B. Christmas Saves the Year, an A. The Craving single version. Besides the House of Gold and Screen regional best tracks, this is my least favorite 21 Pilots song. So Craving single version, I do not like at all. I think it's one of the worst songs they've ever made, if not the worst song they've ever made. The Line, I give an A, and the Doubt demo, I give a B, saying it's better than the original. So here, we have 2 A's, 2 B's, 1 C, but the Craving single version being here really kind of bogs down the singles for me. And overall, once again, it doesn't even out per se, but it kind of lands more in these songs that either forget about, don't think about, or just think they're kind of, in the terms of their discography, which is why the singles didn't make it higher on the list. In 11th place, I have track 9s. This might be surprising to some people because a lot of people love a lot of track 9s. Aircatcher, A tier. Anathema, F tier, one of my least favorite 21 Pilots songs. Fake You Out, A tier. Polarized, D tier. Nico and the Niners, S. Bounce Man, B. And Navigating, B. this pretty much, once again, is just a mixed bag of songs. 1 S, 2 A's, 2 B's, and a D and an F. That D and F, I think they're, actually bad songs, so I wouldn't categorize track 9s as being, this end-all be-all great 21 Pilots track number because those songs are here. But if those songs weren't there, this would be a pretty solid track number, so they pretty much just weigh down the track 9s for me. In 10th place, we're gonna have an upset here. Track 3s. I know, crazy, but hear me out. The Pantaloon, straight up C tier. I think it's a genuine 5 out of 10 song. I hate some things about it. I love some things about it. And I just kind of feel indifferent at the end of the day, so it ends up in C tier. Ode to Sleep from Regional at best. F, like easy trash. Migraine, S. Totally different end of the spectrum. This song is incredible. Ride, D tier. I don't like Ride. Morph, S tier. Top 5 21 Pilots song. Shy Away, B, maybe C, but probably B. It just is kind of a 21 Pilot song that exists. And Backslide is an A. Once again, we got 2 S tiers here. And we have an A, a B, a C, and a D and an F. So pretty much every single, end of the spectrum and the middle part of the spectrum, it's all here in track 3s for me. I just don't think that track 3s have as great of a track record as other people think, due to the Pantaloon, Ode to Sleep Regional at best, Ride not being one of my favorites, and Shy Away, while still good, B tier is nothing to scoff at. I just think it's a little overhyped when I see it on people's top 10 lists. So overall, track 3s, they're great, but some of them not so good, which, makes it end up at number 10. Number 9, we got track 7s. Johnny Boy, I give a D tier. Glowing Eyes a C. Screen a B. The Judge a B. Neon Gravestones an S. Mulberry Street an S. And the Craving Jenna's version an A. So pretty much what's saving track 7s here is Neon Gravestones, Mulberry Street, and the Craving Jenna's version, the newest 3 songs of the track 7s. The first 4, not terrible. There's no F here, but they're either mid, good but okay, and I don't like Johnny Boy. So once again, this is kind of a mixed bag, even though it's more top heavy, which causes it to be at number 9 on the list. At number 8, I got track 4s. Addict with a Pen, A tier. Slowtown, C tier. House of Gold, B tier. Fairly Local, D. My Blood, S. The Outside, S. Midwest Indigo, B. Once again, pretty top heavy here. We got 2 S's, an A, 2 B's, and that's not bad. We got Slowtown in C, which is mid, and the only song that I really consider bad here is Fairly Local. So that's why track 4s are pretty much, higher than track 3s, which I wouldn't think that me thinking about the track numbers in of themselves, I would pick track 4s over track 3s, but I guess most of the time that is the case, where I like more track 4s more than track 3s. So that's interesting. In 7th place, I have track 6s. March to the Sea, A tier. Love that song. Forest, B tier. My favorite from Regional at best. Semi-Automatic, C tier. Not that special. Lane Boy, C tier. Also not that special. Smithereens, S tier. My favorite Jenna song. Never Take It, B tier. Definitely overhated. And Vignette, S tier. A top 5er. So, again, nothing below C tier here. These tracks, from here on out, they're pretty much all damn, these tracks could all be very high on my list. So yeah, 2 S's, 1 A, 2 B's, 2 C's. I feel like that's pretty good for track 6s, and I wouldn't really think of that going into them. In 6th place, we have track 12s, which I'm actually kind of surprised about, because 21 Pilots albums most of the time, to me at least, seem very top heavy. Taxicab, S tier, incredible song, top 10 easy. Trees, Rab, F. Truce, A. Hometown, C. Pechita S, and At the Risk of Feeling Dumb S. There are 3 S tier songs here for me, and even though there's 1 F tier song, it's mostly all high on the list for me. Otherwise, like 3 S's, 1 A, 1 C, 1 F. Now we get into the top 5. This might be surprising to people. So, in 5th place, I got Track 10s. Trapdoor, A tier. Lovely, F tier. Guns for Hands, A tier. We Don't Believe It's on TV, C tier. But these last 3, Cut My Lip, S. No Chances, S. And Snapback, S. These last 3 songs from the Track 10s that have come out so far before Breach, they're all S tier. They're all incredible to me. They're all songs that I absolutely love. I made a playlist of all the tracks, like in order from each album. And when Cut My Lip, No Chances, and Snapback all came back to back to back, I was like, dang, Track 10s are going to be very, very high for me. Also, Trapdoor and Guns for Hands are classics. They're amazing. Obviously, they're A tier. And We Don't Believe It's on TV. I don't hate it. It's mid to me. Lovely. I hate that song. But overall, like Track 10s, if you don't count regional at best, they are very, very positive. So overall, like, easy spot in the top 5. 4th place, we got Track 5s. I honestly thought this would make the top 3, but it's very close. Friend Please, A tier, easy. Car Radio from Regional Best is an F tier, but that's okay because the Car Radio from Vessel is A tier. Tear in My Heart, C tier. Chlorine, S. Saturday, A. Routines in the Night, A. And the newest one, The Contract, A. A lot of A's here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 songs in the A tier. And even though there's, an F in here and a C in here, there's also an S. So that's 6 out of the 8 songs here that are a majority positive. And I think that just proves that Track 5s are amazing. If it wasn't for Car Radio being Track 5 on Regional at Best, this would be even higher. And a lot of people love Tear in My Heart a lot more than I do. So if you take that into consideration, Track 5s might be a fan favorite, popular 21 Pilots track number. In 3rd place, the top 3, here we go. We got Track 1. I thought that this would be higher. I thought this would either be 1st place or 2nd place, but it's not. Implicit Demand for Proof, A tier. This is a great way to open self-titled with all the themes. Guns for Hands, Regional at Best. This is one of my favorite Regional at Best songs, so I give it a C tier. Ode to Sleep, A. Great way to open Vessel. Heavy Dirty Soul, A. One of my favorites from Blurry Face. Jumpsuit, S. You know why that's there. Good Day, B. Great way to open Scaled and Icy, even though it's not really a song that I go back to unless I'm listening to the album in full. And Overcompensate, easy S tier. Probably my favorite Track 1 out of all of these. So, overall, every 21 Pilots opener, I'm positive on. Even Guns for Hands Regional at Best, even though I have it at like a 5 out of 10, I still think it opens that album very well. It opens the sounds up very well. And this is one of the songs that really made them get discovered. And it's one of the songs from Regional at Best that I can tolerate the most. So overall, Track 1s, there's not one track here that I think is bad. And that is very, very impressive for openers. Yeah, the 21 Pilots, they're great at closers and they're great at openers. Speaking of closers, in 2nd place, I have something that very much surprised me. Track 11s. I have A Car Torch of Death in B tier. I have Ruby in D tier. Trees in S. Message Man in A. And once again, just like the Track 10s, these last 3, I got Bandito in S. I got Redecorate in S, which is my favorite 21 Pilots song of all time. And Oldie Station in S. So that's 4 S tier songs for Track 11s. 1A, 1B, and one that I'm negative on with D for Ruby. This is an incredible lineup here. I mean, Trees is iconic. Message Man is my favorite from Blurry Face. Bandito is incredible. Redecorate's my favorite song of all time. And Oldie Station is also incredible. So we got those recent last 5 songs from Vessel to Clancy that I am all over the moon about. That's crazy. Track 11s did not need to slap this hard. And, you know, some people really hate A Car Torch of Death, which I don't understand. I think it's a great song. So having that in B tier, you know, if you wanted to put that lower, track 11s are still great if you take into consideration the last 5. But in first place, we all saw this coming. Track 2s. It's an easy win here. Track 2s are the most consistently amazing 21 Pilots tracks for me. Fall Away, easy S tier. Holding On to You from Regional at Best, it's a demo of the, you know, perfect song, so I give it a D. I never want to go back to it, but the real Holding On to You, easy S. Stressed Out, it's their most popular. It's not one that, you know, I go back to a lot because it just kind of gets stale after a while, so I give it a B. Still a good score. And then again, the last 3, Levitate S, Choker S, and Next Semester S. These are all incredible songs. Even the one that I don't like, that's from Regional at Best, is a demo of a song that I give S tier to. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 S's here. Again, a song that I'm pretty positive on with Stressed Out, and then, you know, the one that's a demo for a song that I think is incredible. So overall, track 2's in here also. We got Fall Away, which is in my top 10, Levitate, which is in my top 5, Choker, which is in my top 30, and Next Semester, which is in my top 10. Holding On to You, also probably in my top 30. So overall, like, all these songs are so high on my ranking of all 21 Pilots songs. I absolutely love track 2s. I think that they are the most consistent, amazing 21 Pilots tracks, and I cannot wait for Raw Fear on the 12th. But if you take that into consideration, 15th place was track 8s, 14th was track 13s, 13th was track 14s, 12th was singles, 11th was track 9s, 10th was track 3s, 9 was track 7s, 8th was track 4s, 7 was track 6s, 6 was track 12s, 5 was track 10s, 4 was track 5s, 3 was track 1s, 2 was track 11s, and in first place was track 2s. So with that all being said, thank you guys so much for watching this. You know, if you don't want to leave your entire ranking down below of the tracks, tell me your favorite, tell me your least favorite, tell me what I was wrong about, tell me what you would fight me over. But overall, I appreciate you guys, and Breach is very close, so we'll see you soon.